Today I'm going to demonstrate some simple floor-based exercises that you can do to help prevent sciatica or calm the symptoms of sciatica when it's here. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is take our right knee to the inside of the left sole of the foot. So we've got this kind of wonky position. We're going to come back into the center here and we're going to twist to the right. So the right hand is on the left knee, left hand behind you. We're going to inhale up and exhale, twist around, just letting that right hip drop in there. So the first thing you're doing is just simply letting that right hip drop. And then from here, you're going to bring that left forearm down onto the ground and the right arm up overhead. And we're just going to move through that now. So all we're simply doing in these exercises is stretching out the tissues, muscles and the fascia around the area of the sciatic nerves to help loosen off any compression you might be pressing on the nerves and causing symptoms. And we're going to come all the way back up, sit into the center, centralize your pelvis again, and then we'll take some little tiny circles. Little tiny circles moving around. And then coming back to the center. Okay, let's lean back, bring the feet to the front, and we'll just wiggle the legs side to side. Just loosening off and also massaging through the glutes here with your body weight. And we'll take it on the opposite side. So left knee collects to sole of right foot. Sitting up, you'll want to sit to the right, sit into the center, soften it out, and we take the twist. So left hand to right knee, right hand behind, root down to rise up, twist round. Just let that internal rotation happen on this side. Try and soften and drop that left hip down. Now we're going to take that right forearm down and bring the left arm up overhead, stretch it out. And then moving here with the arm, just gently stretching through. Keep the weight on the right elbow. And then come back up, find your centralized position and circling again. All the way back into the center, lean back, bring the feet forwards, and just wiggling side to side, massaging out. I'm going to bring the heels and I'm going to come around to all fours. So in this all fours position, what we're going to start with doing is just simply taking the hips back to the heels and forwards again. So we stretch out that low back area, but also the glutes, so a little gentle rocking. Coming all the way up. We're going to bring our right knee into the center, cross it over the left leg, and then bring those two knees to touch. So my front thigh is against my back thigh. I'm going to open my feet a little bit wider. And from here, I'm going to do that same rocking, but just a little rocking backwards and forwards. Think about keeping broad across your low back, and you're moving back from the tailbone, just lengthening out that low back. And then you have two options from here. If that feels really tight, you're going to walk the hands forwards and bow down to a puppy dog pose here. Keep the hip bones moving back and just let the upper body drape down. Otherwise, if it feels a little bit more open, you can start to rock back so your bottom drops between the feet and rock forwards, but only doing this if this feels comfortable and not pinchy in any way. And you're going to do either one of those two poses for about 30 seconds, and then we'll come back up to the center. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, and lift up into a down-facing dog, but with those crossed legs. And so it's not going to look like a traditional downward dog, and we're just going to rock backwards and forwards, opening it out. And then we'll come back down. Now that right knee is forwards, I'm going to bring it up between the hands, wiggle the left leg off to the left, and crawl the left toes back until I'm sitting back. This is monkey pose, and I'm just going to rock from side to side here. So dropping the glute, rolling over this area, opening it out. It's just like an easier version of a pigeon pose. And then when I come back to the center, I'm going to turn those back toes into the center of the mat, so they're pointing that direction. And I'm going to walk the right knee to the right a little, and come down onto my forearms. And I'm going to breathe here for 3 big breaths. I'm trying not to fall fully over onto the left hip. I'm trying to keep my hips centralized. And then I'm going to turn those toes, the left toes, all the way out to the left now and do the same thing. 3 breaths here with the foot in a different position. And then I'm going to look up, walk the hands all the way back and slowly peel that right leg back and stretch it out behind you, push through the heel, and I'm going to stamp it down onto the ground to shake out any tightness there. So coming back into the center, just take some little tiny hip circles here, just moving into the pelvis itself, freeing up any tension. And then I'm going to take that left knee forwards, cross it over, walk the feet wide, and squash the front thigh to the back thigh here. Just some little gentle rocking, broadening everything out. Moving back from the sacrum, thinking about breath across that low back area. And then from here, your option is to dive down here into the puppy dog stretch, hip bone still reaching backwards, or to start to rock all the way back, bum between the heels. And then from here, we're going to plant the hands, spread the fingers, tuck the toes, come up to our cross-legged downward dog, rocking backwards and forwards. And then arrive back down again. That left knee is going to slide forwards between the hands. I'm going to walk the right leg over to the right, walk the toes back and sink down, and then rocking and rolling side to side. I'm then going to turn those right toes over to the left and walk my knee over to the left, come down onto my forearms and try to keep my hips square. So I'm not falling over onto that right hand side. I'm keeping both hips level. Right toes are turned into the left. 3 breaths. And then I'm going to turn them out to the right for 3 breaths. And then I'm going to look up, bring my hands all the way up, tuck the back toes, press out of the hand, peel that left leg back, push through, look forwards, and then stamp it down onto the ground. And bring my knee all the way back in and come back up to kneeling. Just give your arms a little shake here. And you're done. So that's part 1 of my sciatica prevention or sciatica relief sequence. If you enjoyed it, check back here soon again and I will do a part 2. Bye.